Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. We're ranking the top 5 middleweights, and Saul Canelo Alvarez is going to be number one, the number one middleweight in the world. Now, the reason why Saul Canelo Alvarez is number one is he's an elite level fighter. He's proven that with wins over Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, and Erislandy Lara. He's most recently moved up to 168 pound and won another belt. He's a multiple division world champion, and he's basically the face of boxing at this point. So there's no disputing or doubting that Canelo Alvarez is number one in the world. The number 2 ranked heavyweight in the world has to be Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs. Danny Jacobs is number 2. He's a world champion at middleweight. He's beaten Sergey Deverenchenko, which a lot of guys, even Triple G, avoided initially. And so that's a big step for Danny Jacobs. He's in line and most likely next to get the Saul Canelo Alvarez fight. So Danny Jacobs will be coming in at number 2 on the middleweight rankings for the Ibfp. The number 3 middleweight in the world will have to be, at this point, Demetrius Andre. And the reason why we have to put Demetrius Andre at number 3 is because Demetrius Andre is an undefeated fighter, and he's also a newly crowned world champion. So we have to respect that. Now, we understand that he didn't actually beat Billy Joe Saunders for the title, but based on his skill set, the fact that he's undefeated, and he's a world champion at 160 pounds in this short of time, that's a big testament to Demetrius Andre being able to get in there with those guys, move up quickly, and a limited amount of fights is already a world champion at 160 pounds. So we have to give credit where credit is due. The next fighter on our list is number 4 on our list, and that's going to be Billy Joe Saunders. Now, granted, he did fall and slip on the list. He's no longer a world champion due to his failed drug test. There is controversy over that test, but since the fact that he's still an undefeated fighter, he never actually lost his belt in the ring. He only basically had to just give it up at that point. Billy Joe Saunders still an excellent fighter, an elite level type of fighter, and he's going to be number 4 on our list. And number 5 on our list is Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Now, that doesn't mean that Triple G can't beat any one of these middleweights on this list. It just means based on the fact that he's the most recent fighter on this list to actually lose a fight, lose his belt, he has to be the last one in the top 5. And so Triple G is an excellent elite level fighter, and he could potentially defeat anyone on the list. But let's be honest and unbiased, at this point, it only takes one fight for Triple G to shoot right back up the list. Now, most people still probably have him above Demetrius Andre, but I'm just doing this for resume's sake. The fact that Triple G is coming off of a loss, and so we have to acknowledge that. And until Triple G gets back in the ring, get a good signature win under his belt, we're going to keep him where he is. I think a great fight to be made would be against Triple G versus a Demetrius Andre, Triple G against a Jamal Charlo, Triple G against another fighter that'll bring a lot of interest. But most likely, if I'm Triple G, I'd want another title shot, even if it wasn't Canelo, whether it be Danny Jacobs or Demetrius Andre. I'd want to get my hands on another belt or top name fighters like a big Billy Joe Saunders. So I think those are all options for Triple G. And I think that just because he's at number 5 today doesn't mean that he can't skyrocket to number 2, 3, or 4 and within the next fight that he has. But once again, unbiased as always, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.